International Women's Day means to me recognising and celebrating the strengths of women, the resilience of women and the courage that women have. It recognises what we've achieved as women and how much more we can achieve for women all across the world. Well, I'm lucky enough to work at a very encompassing place that supports women, but I do feel like women face a lot of prejudice based on stereotypes, and age is another thing. A lot of people have expectation for women at different ages, and so this can be a barrier to how women progress in the workplace.
The biggest one would be the gender pay gap. 13.3% of women are still not paid enough when compared to their male counterparts, and that, if you put that in perspective, it's a lot, because for every dollar that a man earns, a woman makes 87 cents.
I find it hard being a single mum because that job in itself is, I personally think, the hardest job on this earth, on this world.
One of the challenges that I know some of our staff still deal with is how to balance that work and home life. You know, we're very busy mums that work here, and that can be challenging, particularly when you have school-age kids. So yeah, I think that's still a challenge that lots of women face today.
It's good that with NTPH there's a bit of that flexibility as well.
Equity needs to be intentional, it needs to be purposeful, and it also needs to be conscious. Not everybody has the same starting points. Everyone's got their own journeys and their own stories that they've come here with.
A lot of the NTPHN is made up of women sitting in higher roles and positions.
We have myself and other female staff in senior management roles. We have team leaders who are female staff.
I see they're good role models both in a work sense, but also in their work-life balance as well, and supporting the work-life balance. And I think that's really encouraging to have that, to know that you can be successful and you can look after yourself at the same time.
People like myself see that as encouragement and see is that like, oh, we can do it. If they can do it, we can do it.
It made me feel like I have the chances and opportunities to grow in my career. It gave me someone to look up to say, this is where I can be one day because there are women sitting in this role.
It's definitely very, very refreshing to see such an organisation where not only are women leading, but they're leading with purpose and value.
Surround yourself and take note of the strong female communities that are around.
Understand the value that you bring as a professional and as a female.
Speak up, don't hold back.
Speak up, create change.
When we work together and embrace who we are, we can make such a force of change. It's so great.
Understand that the work that we do now is not only for ourselves, but for future generations and for those women who will be coming and stepping into our footsteps.
Not only does it lend itself to the women that will come after you, that will learn from you, but it's also such a respectful thing to do for all the women that have come before you.
Just take note of how far we're progressing and keeping that silver lining around it, because for me that's the motivation to keep pushing forwards.